Hello learners, welcome to Try Right. Today we will be learning about the topic method overriding, which is a key concept in Java. Now method overriding is a method that allows subclasses to provide a specific implementation of a method that is already present in superclass. The overridden method should have properties that overridden method should have. They should have a surname, they should have same return type and same parameters. Now coming to the ways why we use method overriding, why we use this method overriding purpose. So this provides us runtime polymorphism. We have to choose a method implementation based on the object at the runtime. When we are running a program, we have to choose the implementation based on the object at the runtime, and so we can override a method and can uh, perform our operations very much easily. Now, customization. This subclasses behavior. There is subclass behavior that overrides general behavior of the parent class and provides the basic implementation based upon that operation which we require. And extensibility. This method overriding gives the extensibility as easily it enhances the specialized inherit methods. It enhances the method to be very easily executed and inherited. So coming on to this method overriding gives the basic inheritance behaviors to the methods which we need. Now syntax of method overriding follows as we have the parent class, we have a parent class here, we have a parent class, and each which has a method void display, which will be displaying display from the parent. And now coming forward, we will have a child class which will extend the parent class. The child class will extend the parent class that will which will inherit the properties of all those parent class. So it will override the method functions, method override display method here, and will similarly display that system.out.println display from the child. So where it overrides the display method present in the parent method, it can execute all the behaviors present in that method, this display method, and so it can also display that is also a child. Now moving further, what are the rules for method overriding? So method overriding follows different rules, and firstly we have the rules of method signature. Must method signature must must be same in parent and child class. The signature present in the parent class that should be same as that in the child class. Now access form or action modifier cannot reduce visibility. It cannot reduce visibility. All the methods present in that parent class, all the methods will be incorporated in the child class, and no visibility is hidden. Now coming to the final methods. Final methods, they cannot be overridden as final methods are destined for a particular purpose, so it cannot be overridden. Now static methods, they also cannot be overridden as static method belongs to a particular class and without specific instances, and so static method cannot be overridden. They are destined to a particular class or a method or a method, yeah, method to wherever it is destined. Now constructor also cannot be overridden because constructor is basically that is related to a class and it cannot be overridden. Now exception handling, there can for in cases of exception handling you cannot throw border checked exceptions. You cannot throw border checked exceptions for method overriding. Now coming further, we have the examples which will show all this thing clearly. We have a class named as animal. It has a function void sound. It has a method void sound, and it is displaying system.out.println animal makes sound. Now this dog will inherit the parent property. This dog, which is extending animal class, so it will include all the properties of its parent class as it is extending that parent class. So it can override that sound method there, and so it will display that dog is barking. Yeah. dog barks. Yeah, system dot out dot println dog barks. Now coming on to class test. This will be the main method which will be shown after the execution. Which will have this will have the main public static void main string args. This will as the main method of main method. This will have the main method. And so we are here for overriding. We need an object of the animal class, which is the parent class. We need an object of the parent class that will be formed as a. An object is formed as a with a new keyword, and dog is the child class, which is forming that object. So after e dot sound, it will be performing that. It will be calling that method only by the object name dot method name e dot sound. Here we can form a child. We can form an object of the child class, but a parent class object cannot be formed. A parent class cannot be formed with the help of child class. A parent can form its object with the help of child class. This will show us a polymorphism. And now moving further, we have that test class here. Test class public static void main string a, which we are forming as the object of animal and new dog polymorphism. So it dot sound, the dog will exhibit all the properties of its parent class. So it can execute that object name dot method name it dot sound, and dog calls the prescribed versions of his parent. Now we use of override annotation. Now there is a use of override annotation. This annotation tells that the compiler you extend to override method. This will override the method that will be present in the parent class. So child will override all the methods present in the parent class. Now it helps scratch mistakes like wrong method signature. It helps to catch mistakes like wrong method signature. If a method is not present there in parent class, it will just tell us that there is a wrong method and that signature is not possible there. Like at override annotations, void sound. This is a method that is present in parent class. Public void void system.out.println dog barks, and we are forming a test class here. Now, yeah, now void display. Super keyword in overriding used to call the parent class versions of method from superclass. This super keyword is used to call the parent class versions of method that method from the subclass. We can show this as the parent class, and which has a message, which has a message method, and it will display an output as hello from parent. Yeah. And now moving further, we have a child that will extend parent, and so it can also incorporate void message, and which has. So here super dot message, the message called this will be from the parent class super. It will call the immediate parent class method and dot message, and calls it from the parent method, and it can print the line hello from the child. This child class will print that this is overriding the message super message just immediate parent class, and it will be also displaying the message and the methods present there. Now method overriding and method overloading, what are the differences and comparison between them? Here, method overriding and method overloading. Method overriding requires that method overloading present that for method overloading, the classes should be same. It can be incorporated in a single class only. But method overriding can perform with the help of two classes. One class can overriding method of other class. Yeah, and parameters. In overloading, that must be different. Overloading, the parameters should be different. Parameters should be over different because we are overloading that methods. And in overriding, the method parameters should be same, exactly same as we are overriding one method from to other method. Yeah. Now return type. Return type can vary in method overloading. Yeah, because method overloading can produce different output. So method overloading we can override method overloading we can vary the return type and must In method overloading, they must have the same they must have the same return type and must be covariant or covariant. They must have the same return type. And for polymorphism, the method overloading shows compile time polymorphism. Method overloading shows compile time polymorphism, and we can perform these actions very easily. And method overriding, they shows during the run time, during the performance of the program, it will show it will incorporate polymorphism. And for coming to the real world analogy, we are overriding like child. Overriding is like a child or rewriting the parents' instructions to suit their own situations. We have a child and parent relationship here shown. That overriding is like a child that will be rewriting its parents' instructions to suit their own situation. And example, a vehicle has a start engine. Vehicle has a start engine method, but a bicycle overrides to its start paddling. A bicycle we can paddle, so it overrides to its just paddling, just start paddling. Yeah. Now we will move on to the next part in the next class. Thanks.